there is a procurement of 70.41 million that the Auditor General stated that Uganda Morals Commission did not execute the procurement, but erroneously reported it as completed in both memorandum statement of performance in the financial year and in the quarter four performance report, contrary to actual implementation status. Now, this, among others, raised additional relevance of inviting and getting assistance from the former accounting officer to assist us understand what occasioned this. Equally, much as we received the response that the Commission had since used the money to purchase some furniture, they could not avail substantiated evidence or explanation, save for inviting us to come and see the furniture, which is not our ordinary way of receiving evidence. It is at our discretion when and how to choose what to see. I received a letter accordingly on 19th August 2026, addressed to the chairperson of the committee of Kosase, to myself, a request not to appear before the committee in company of Uganda Morals Commission officials. And as a practice, I want her to pass on this letter. The letter says, Honorable Chairperson, I have since learned from various social media sources about the directive of the committee requiring that I should appear before the committee in person to respond to certain issues raised by the Auditor General in his report to Parliament for the year ended June 2025. On 18th August 2026, the clerk committee informed me about the directive of the committee, and I have no objection to that. I did not turn up in the previous engagements because I had not received the invitation. Honorable Chairperson, thank you for the invitation. However, I request that you kindly allow me to appear before the committee alone and not in company of officials of Uganda Morals Commission. This request is based on the fact that I'm still recovering from the immense humiliation, abuse, insults, psychological and emotional torture I was subjected to while I performed the roles of Secretary and Accounting Officer at the Commission. The period related to the second half of the financial year, 2024-2025, until 9th April 2026, when I handed over office following the recall termination of my employment contract on 9th March 2026 was extremely difficult. I was traumatized, felt threatened, and continue to feel insecure. This makes me uncomfortable associated with the team from Uganda Morals Commission, the institution I faithfully served for 24 solid years. I pray my request is granted. Thank you, Margaret Luce Ejam, former Secretary and Accounting Officer, Uganda Morals Commission. So, Madam Luce Ejam, do you confirm to the committee that this is your letter?
Honorable Chair and members, that's my letter, and I personally delivered it to the Kosase Secretariat. And I have a copy where the Secretariat acknowledges it of my letter.
Thank you. So she confirms that this is her letter. I think, colleagues, we are administratively permitted appearance. Do we consent to that?
Yes.
So by consensus, the committee has permitted you to appear today. Madam. So, Madam Ejam, you are familiar with the Auditor General's report, and but before the details, please assist us appreciate the contents of your letter, much as we are permitted to be here. What really happened to occasion these concerns? Then after that, we shall go to the specific findings within the audit report. You also assist us with your explanation.
Mr. Chairman, also she should tell us as to why she wanted to appear alone.
Yeah, I think that will speak to the letter. So give us, please elaborate for us. Now we have accorded to the audience.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and members.
Maybe you pull the microphone closer.
Yes, thank you. Chair, why I requested to appear alone, it's for the reasons that I stated that I'm still recovering. The financial year 2024-2025, and especially the second half, was very difficult, as I stated. First of all, I had my property in Kono gutted down by fire, December 17, 2024. That was traumatizing.
First, wait.
Then,
In the same period, you had your property burned.
Yes.
Which property?
By fire. My residential.
Your home was burned.
Yes.
Was there investigation?
No, I chose to leave it at that.
So now you don't know why your house was burned.
I don't know.
So there's no report to that.
I have a police report. It was a power fluctuation. But here I'm only mentioning that to state the difficulties I was going through. But that would not prevent me from performing my duties as I came back to work after 1 month. When I came back after 1 month, we had received additional funding of 10.4 billion shillings.
10.4
billion shillings.
Additional funding.
Yes, for various activities of the Commission, including the core activities of the Commission.
And with the core activities, you mean?
With the core activities, I mean human rights education,
Yes.
complaints management,
Yes.
monitoring and inspections,
Yes.
and we have those are
Did it include tribunal sittings?
yes, complaints management includes
Oh.
tribunal sittings.
So the 10.4 billion included complaints management?
It included complaints management.
Yes.
It included monitoring and inspections.
Yes.
And it included the function of research, education, and documentation.
Okay.
But here I would like to note that the Commission was traveling so that much of the money went to support an administration, for instance, gratuity allowances.
Yes.
But in that, there was a 2 billion shillings for salary enhancement of
Yes.
the chairperson and members.
2 billion?
2 billion shillings
Yes.
for enhancement of the salary of chair and members of the Commission as well as the staff of
Yes.
the Commission. That left us with about 8 billion, but out of the 8 billion, up to 6 billion was allocated to capital development. So we were left with roughly 2 billion shillings for all the other activities. That means token amounts were allocated to the core activities, with the bulk of it going to support an administration.
Yes.
But getting back to the period that I mentioned, when I took leave, I found a lot of trouble in office, and it was arising from foreign travels.
A lot of trouble?
Yes, I would say a lot
arising from foreign?
travels.
Yes.
Why I say a lot of trouble, I left a lady in office.
Which lady?
Now she's Lady Justice Aida Nachiganda.
Lady Justice
Aida Nachiganda.
Aida
Nachiganda.
Nachiganda.
Yes, she's now a judge of the High Court to stand in for me.
She was by then working for?
She was Director of Complaints and investigations.
Okay.
She was handling complaints management.
Yes.
The challenge was that this money, it was about 280 million in that budget.
280 million?
Yes, that needed to be spent.
Yes.
But spending did not require any scrutiny amounted to abuse of the office of the chairperson and the person of the chair.
Yes.
Well, in consultation with me, we permitted the travels. Of course, it was me as a county officer who authorized the travels. The travels took place. And it continued. I can cite a few examples.
When you say there was trouble about foreign travel, Who was causing trouble? Who wanted to travel? Who was complaining about trouble? Who traveled?
The chairperson, Honorable Mariam Wangadia,
Yes.
Commissioner Crispin Kakeru,
Yes.
and Director Nansaba.
Yes.
Now the trouble was that the rest of the commissioners complained, why are we excluded?
Yes.
I couldn't answer because the budget as it was prepared, the cost center was the office of the chairperson. So the office of the chairperson.
So it was the chairperson to take a decision.
To take a decision on who travels.
Yes.
And when and for what activity.
Yes.
So that was the start of trouble with when we got that money. Then following that, there were demands for allowances. But of course the allowances that their usual monthly allowances, other allowances would come, for instance, the need for some welfare, a visitor comes, like I have a bottle of water, somebody may need a bottle of water, that was okay. But the demand of the chairperson was much for me, that I queried most of her declarations.
So you are saying the chairperson was demanding for what? Travel?
Travel.
You said the allowances?
The allowances, for the usual allowances, we would say.
Was she demanding for herself or for the team?
She was demanding for the team. But where I
And
found...
the team, you mean these people you have mentioned? Minus the other commissioners?
For allowances, it was general.
For allowances for her and the other commissioners?
It was
Yes.
general.
Yes.
But this is a situation that I found a very difficult time when she demanded for honoraria for tribunals. My argument was that members of the commission are full-time members, and there's no way we are going to pay tribunal because we are going to pay honoraria because members are paid a salary. The members did not pursue that. They were not very much interested. They didn't actually, they were not the ones who brought it up. But it was the chairperson. For the first time, it didn't go through. For the second time, it didn't go through.
So they could present you request as accounting officer that you must approve a particular amount of money. How much was it?
Honoraria for chairperson was 5 million.
5 million per city, per month?
Per month.
Per month, yes.
I guided that
And for
honoraria.
commissioners?
They did not get it. When the 5 million was approved,
Yes.
they declined to approve for the members of the commission.
Okay.
Now,
So you only approved the 5 million for chairperson?
For chairperson.
For the members of the commission, there was no approval?
There was, no, they did not get it. It was not approved.
But the chairperson got?
The chairperson got.
She received the 5 million?
Yes.
For which period?
From August 2025
Yes.
up to February 2026.
And this is per sitting per month?
No, per month.
Okay.
Yes.
But the other commissioners were not getting the same?
They were not getting the same. Then the allowance that the commissioners were getting was 1.2 per commissioner for things like water and something their breakfast.
So for that one, you termed it as what?
Welfare.
Welfare.
Yes.
Was it in the budget?
It wasn't in the budget.
What about the other 5 million for chairperson? Was it budgeted for?
It was not budgeted for.
Where were you getting this money?
From the allowance budget line.
Okay.
The general allowance budget line. This is how it came about, Chair and members. When I tried to, when I guided that it's not possible, Chair took it to the commission and petitioned the commission to help her because the accounting officer and the director of finance has become so big that she could not manage, and the secretary, accounting officer, and director of finance and her team were humiliating her as the chairperson by questioning any requisition that will come from our office.
But
So-
you mean, you refer to yourself, that the chairperson was complaining that when you question the position,
Yes.
your questioning is a humiliation.
It's a humiliation to the person of the chairperson,
Yes.
and the chairperson is a person of a high caliber, dealing with high-level stakeholders. So, for instance, if she asks for funds like facilitation for senior government officials, if it's 5 million, it's whatever amount, 500,000, 200, whatever amount the accounting officer should ask, because those are very senior government officials.
You mean you have some government officials used to facilitate? She could request for facilitation?
No, for instance, we had high-level engagements with the security, sometimes prison officers, sometimes other MDAs.
So you could pay the police and prison officers?
There was like a meeting, a workshop, and there's usually some little facilitation like transportation.
Okay.
So each time we questioned that, it would amount to humiliation, so that she took it to the commission to help her. I think it was intended to restrain the accounting officer from questioning. So, for instance, the issue of honoraria, the commission passed that the chair should be paid the allowances, and then, the honoraria. Then the commission also passed the welfare, which is, for me, not a big issue. There are things that can be accommodated. Then in one of those demands where she would take me in front of the members of the commission to demand for a resolution and for the members to help her with the accounting officer who has become very powerful, they passed a resolution also that all funds to the chairperson's office should be paid to the account of the personal assistant on a quarterly basis. Now,
Maybe go slow. You mean now the allowances for the chairperson we are diverted to the personal assistant?
No, Honorable, let me make it clear. It wasn't allowances for the chairperson.
It was for?
It was funds for activities.
Funds for activities for the commission?
Commission activities,
Yes.
but budgeted under the office of the chairperson as
Yes.
a cost center.
Yes.
When you look at the item line, it would be under chairperson's office and like stakeholder engagements by the commission.
So who directed that the money goes to the personal assistant?
Chairperson put a request to the members of the commission in a commission meeting, and it was passed. So
you started paying money for the commission to bank accounts of the personal assistant.
yes, that particular.
Who was that? What name? What is that personal assistant?
Originally, Miss Pauline Nansamba.
Miss Pauline
Nansamba Mutumba
Pauline Nansamba
Nansamba
was the personal assistant
of the chairperson.
of the chairperson.
Yes.
So you started.
Then when she was promoted to the director, complaints, investigations, and legal services.
So she was promoted.
Yes, she was promoted.
Yes.
First to principal
After-
rights officer, then director.
So when she was promoted, you started paying on which account?
She got another PA called I'll get the other name. She's Nabete Mukunyu.
Mukunyu.
Nabete.
Mukunyu Nabete.
I'll get the third name. So I started paying. I took it as now a directive
So
of the commission or an order of the commission.
you were cautious that this is public funds.
Yes, very well aware.
Did you keep a copy of that directive or resolution of the board of the
Yes.
commission?
Chair
You have a
wanted,
copy?
this meeting came very urgently.
Okay.
It was settled for Monday.
Okay.
I would get a copy
And
But I want to note and be on record that for that particular meeting, where we present where the resolution was made to pay to the personal account, and another meeting where a resolution was made to pay honorarium to the chairperson, she smartly refused to sign those minutes. By saying smartly refused to sign, where I have those minutes for review in the subsequent meeting, then it would become very difficult for us to run through all the agenda items. And it would be deferred. And then in the subsequent meetings, it's brushed off.
so
There are two of those.
So she did, the chairperson did not sign the minutes.
Yes.
And whenever you are reviewing the minutes, you would yam that item.
They would be deferred.
However, at what point now did you receive a communication that you pay to the account of the personal assistance?
It was resolved in the meeting.
But in the presence of the commissioners, which commissioners were present?
All of them were present.
All of them.
Yes.
So
I'm the mini secretary.
so after that resolution, you started implementing, or you required some write-up from the chairperson?
She would not write. And in fact, she took advantage of the commission where faulty decisions are made, and a request for a write-up should outrightly say a commission decision is adequate and there's no need for her to write. So she would just go on WhatsApp to harass me. Have you implemented this? Have you implemented this?
Did you said you have that record on WhatsApp?
Yes, I can trace it.
Just cite like two messages which were communicating that. What was the content of those messages? It can be retrieved without CID here. You just need to recollect one of those messages.
Members.
Yes.
I've got one here, but on a different subject. But let me read it out. I'll get back to it later.
Yes.
IM, please follow up with the finance on approval of the chairperson of the contracts committee. Our operations may be installing. This was when she demanded that I withdraw the nomination of Kamari Bionabwe and replace her with Nansamba as chairperson contracts committee. I'm still looking for a specific one in relation to that. Okay, there's another one on contracts committee. I'm still looking for that one, Chair. It's high M, following the resignation of Mr. Amon, I request that you discuss with me possible candidates to fill the vacant position of chairperson contracts committee. I also need to be updated on how far you have gone to implement the commission decision to delegate certain specific roles to Mukasa Tebuseke and Ms. Pauline Nansamba. Please be free to call me. Chair will comment on this. Before my contract was terminated, the roles of my office were split and shared between Mr. Mukasa, the planner, and Pauline Nansamba.
So you mean your role as an accounting officer or as a secretary, the commission?
All was shared out, but
even your role as accounting officer?
Yes, I took a stand and refused that.
Can I look at that message?
When it became difficult,
No,
I
yeah.
wrote the PSST.
Let me view it here before we can submit it. You hold your phone. Okay, you can scroll up and see which other message. I think, colleagues, since she has complained of security concerns, we shall ask police, our CID, to take a screen record of all this before she leaves, so that this evidence doesn't disappear. You will assist her on how to keep on record, because part of what she's trying to explain that it is an arrangement where she could not effectively perform as accounting officer, I guess, and was required to delegate, possibly illegally, we shall interrogate the roles of accounting officer or split them. Yes, which other message?
There's this one. Hi, Em. I have seen the 2 memos you have written to Charles and Pauline on distribution of roles. I have 2 concerns. The memos are silent on effective date and Charles's approval of appointments worth up to 200 million shillings. Can you please rectify? This is where she was delegating the role of accounting officer to Mukasa, the planner, commission planner, to approve up to 200 million shillings of procurements and any other requisitions.
So it is Mukasa who approved the procurement for 200, not actually you.
No, I'm getting to that share, members. I resisted the delegation of the role of accounting officer, and I subsequently notified the PSST. The PSST sought legal guidance from the Honorable Attorney General, and the Honorable Attorney General responded to the PSST and stating that the delegation of roles were unlawful. Delegating my roles to Nansamba and Mr. Mukasa were unlawful. And it escalated to many other things that
let's look at another one concerning message. If you could trace the message on those approvals.
This is still
Now, those messages are coming from which number, which phone number? Could you get the phone number? Read for us. Let's capture the phone number.
0772
0772
516
516
840.
840. Yes. Let's go to.
Okay, there's one for foreign travel here.
Yes.
You may also consider releasing money for the Australia activity, as we are getting late for the visas. And in the application portal, it says, okay, this is another thing, but concerning a foreign travel.
So the pressure was landed on the phone or even in office?
Even in office, time came that I would even greet and she wouldn't answer, but that's on the side. That is being human.
So I think on these messages, our CID, you are here. Where are you?
I'm here.
Now after this interface, we don't want this piece of evidence to disappear. And we shall hold you accountable if the evidence disappears. So you are going to assist her on how you can retrieve these messages. And now that she has sought protection of the committee, even before appearance, we want to direct that the parliamentary police, because we are assigned the CIDs, please offer protection to this witness until all investigations are done, or until otherwise. Because she has written formally complaining of insecurity. We shall share with you her copy. I think it's enough to brief you, but also assist her to keep and retrieve this piece of evidence. It is very critical because she had an accounting role. We have audit queries and she's trying to substantiate that I was not actually the one who did this. My child, I was in office, but Michelle is there. So I think even as we sit here, please come and give us a protection. I think we have a female here in there. We want her to feel comfortable. Say one of the CI is to be behind the house so that she feels safe. Maybe she looks at some of the members of the front estate and in other phase as unknown. We want her to feel. You have a female CI officer. We have one. Please come and be near our witness. Support her and sit near her. I wouldn't wish to invite a man. So feel free with our CI.
Don't worry, I'm okay.
You are not okay?
Only that I jumped on the border trying tension coming here.
Don't worry. We have your written letter. So I want to task our CI to offer you protection. Because you are a witness of a committee, and this committee has the appropriate high court powers. So we want also to invoke witness protection provisions so that our witness is protected. And please report all security concerns to our police as well, now that you are before Parliament. After here, they will guide you on how you can seek their assistance. But yes,
Sure.
Any concern that
I want to be on record.
I brought her here because they have documents on the phone, and we want to accord her that courtesy. Yes?
I would have thought that the notice that came today was on short notice. This is one of the memos I wrote to Ms. Doreen because I was required to communicate a commission decision. So I wrote to Ms. Doreen Mukuyu Nabete, Senior Human Rights Officer, Office of the Chairperson, and payment of funds for stakeholder engagements for the Office of the Chairperson. Briefly, it says the Commission sitting on 4th July 2025 under minute number 7 of 2025 resolved that all funds for stakeholder engagements under the Office of the Chairperson be paid in advance each quarter to the personal account of the Chairperson's personal assistant. This is a minute that is not signed, was referred, and to date it remains unsigned. So when this memo went out, Chairperson wrote to me a memo, a WhatsApp message. She liked to say hi M, meaning hi Margaret. My attention has been drawn to this memo. In my view, the minutes of the Commission meeting suffice. The memo is therefore unnecessary, and I request that you please withdraw it. So, there are things that...
So I think there's a memo here. She captured a copy. There's a memo to Miss Doreen Makuyu Narrates. Miss Doreen was working as who?
The personal assistant of the chairperson.
Personal assistant of the chairperson.
Title senior.
And it was from secretary to the commission, so that is you.
Yes.
Copy to the chairperson.
Yes.
And director of finance, principal auditor. The committee sitting, the
Commission sitting.
is to inform you of the decision and request that you take the necessary steps to implement it. Now, what steps were you taking her to do?
The purpose of this memo is to inform you of the decision of the Commission and request you to take the necessary steps to implement.
So the chairperson didn't want you to put it in writing?
Yes, that's why she said
she
the
complained that
minutes suffice.
Okay.
And this minute is not signed to date. She committed it when it came for review. Chair, I want to be on record that I resisted delegation of the role of the accounting officer despite the pressure.
You said you wrote the PS.
I paid, yes.
You wrote the PSS?
Yes.
And what was the response? You have a copy of the letter?
I have the copy of the letter.
You have it here?
Yes.
Let me look at it.
was, I think, it's on another document that I've written to just as Attorney General. This is the letter I wrote to the PSST, request for technical guidance and support. Then I had a one-on-one meeting with the PSST. Then when this matter persisted, I chose to put it in writing, referring to the split of my roles and assignment of my duties to the two officers. And then others is about increment of salary. I have minutes of the commission meeting to that effect. And I sought his guidance and protection. This is the document where Chair split my roles. And the PSST, on receipt of my document, wrote to the Honorable Attorney General. This is the letter to the Honorable Attorney General that the PSST wrote. Then this is the response of the Attorney General to the PSST.
So Attorney General advised what?
That the directives of the Commission are unlawful. One, to implement salary enhancement that was not properly authorized by Parliament and not authorized by the Ministry of Public Service, neither was it authorized by Cabinet. So it was unlawful for the Commission to give a directive for me to pay those salaries. Then splitting my office, it was unlawful the way it was done. So that stopped there. But all this now resulted into the termination of my contract. But
maybe for now, we shall admit this as part of the evidence. Please admit the same to the clerk as part of your evidence that some of the financial expenditures, I think it is your submission that some of the financial expenditures were not actually done by you as accounting officer.
No, Chair, I need to be on record.
Yes.
Under duress, coercion, intimidation, I paid, and especially where the chairperson sought a resolution of the commission. I always stopped making those payments when I got the opinion of the Attorney General to the PSST.
So you stopped, when was that? What date is that?
7th January 2026.
7th January 2026. That's when you stopped.
Yes, but I stopped February.
You stopped February.
Yes.
And you were dismissed in which month?
March.
So you stopped in February and in March you were dismissed.
Yes.
Who dismissed you?
It was a commission meeting, but the discussions that took place, I wouldn't know who said what, because I was sent out and chairperson wrote in a minute book in her own handwriting. And 3 commissioners later said that was not a decision of the commission, that was a decision of the chairperson.
That one you had it where?
That meeting is the meeting of 9th.
I mean, what the commissioners said, you had it where?
Oh, there are commissioners I've learned from social media who complained openly to the IGG.
Okay.
Yes.
Before that, we allow you to submit this as part of your evidence, and you are saying you paid partly out of under duress. That was the submission.
Yes.
And after you.
And also minutes of the commission. Now authority above me giving me directives.
So you had the commission decision.
Yes.
But you said the minutes were not signed. The chairperson declined. That was your submission.
Yes.
And also under duress, but you sought guidance.
From the PSST.
Yes.
PSST in turn wrote to the Honorable Attorney General, the former.
By that time, approximately you had paid how much in questionable payments to the chairperson and to the PA?
The budget of the chairperson was about not more than 300 million shillings, if I can recall
300 million per what?
No, for a whole year.
Okay. And you could send the PA like how much on the accounts?
10, 15, 20 million, depending on the amount that was there.
How often?
It was quarterly.
Quarterly.
Yes.
Okay, I'm allowing you to submit this, your evidence to the clerk.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe I could add one.
First submit this, then you will speak to whatever other piece you have. Yeah. Clerk, please receive it as evidence. Let's first receive. CID, I almost left. Oh, are you done? Yes? No, I think that can go on. Let's first sort out this. Then you sit down with and finalize the rest. For colleagues, let's finalize here. Let's Madame Luce. Yes, continue. To make your clarification.
Honorable Chair and members, I was continuing that when authority was sought from the Minister of Public Service, the former Minister, Honorable Muruli, he did not respond, but the PS, Minister of Public Service, responded to the letter of the chairperson, but directed it to me as accounting officer. And she noted that Uganda Human Rights Commission was not one of those institutions that was earmarked for salary enhancement. Now, when we made further consultations, we were advised to send in a cabinet memorandum. I did that, but still with the instructions of the chairperson, the commission planner was sent to withdraw the cabinet memo from cabinet secretariat. But that office being an office that know what they're doing, they formally sent it back to the Minister of Justice, the Cabinet Ministry, with a few queries. But today that cabinet memo has not been followed. I was stopped by the chairperson from following it up. I can also hand in this document, that request. Unfortunately, I did not carry the response of the PS public service to me, but I have it. I can still send it. It was negative. Her guidance was that we get a cabinet memo. When I insisted on this, there was an emergency.
Yes, when they insisted?
When I insisted on a cabinet memo,
to do what?
And
Cabinet memo?
to get a minute to enhance salaries to chairperson,
yes,
and members of the commission, an emergency meeting of the commission was held on 31st July 2025, directing me to pay the enhanced salaries. A lot of conversation took place there. I was accused by the chairperson as a very bad person that is blocking the enhancement of salaries, money that she worked hard to get from governments, and her life she put in danger to get the money.
Those things are written or?
They are in these meetings.
Hey,
Yes.
The
commission held on 31st July 2025.
Okay.
This is an edited version. She edited out where they have ordered me to resign if I don't pay the salary. I have it here. It's a big record.
So there was a question of enhanced salary,
Yes.
which according to you was not approved.
Was not approved.
But they require you to pay it and
Yes.
to follow their guidance.
Yes, and which is contained in this.
And then you declined as accounting officer.
I paid.
You paid.
Yes. But when I wrote to the
You paid but also followed up with
the PSST,
yes.
subsequently sought guidance from the Attorney General.
Yes.
When the Attorney General wrote to the PSST, I happened to get a copy which was presented in the commission meeting. That was another offense that I committed for seeking that guidance from the PSST.
So they accused you of seeking guidance.
Yes, and conniving with officials in the Ministry of Finance and the Office of the Attorney General to block the salary. It's one of the reasons contributing to termination of contract also is the issue of the salary.
So we allow you that let it also be on record, clerk receive it. Yes.
Chair, the rest are just communication. clarification on administrative communications. This was a copy of the cabinet memorandum that is submitted and was blocked.
If you find them relevant to your explanation, you can submit all of the records.
Honorable Chair and members, these are memos where I was forced into signing my roles.
You were forced into signing your
The
roles.
forced delegation.
You were forced to delegate your roles.
Yes.
To
It was also minutes of the commission. All this year passed through the commission meeting where she asked them that my roles should be assigned to the other two officers. And the allegation why the roles were to be assigned was that I'm not implementing commission decisions. And the decisions I was being accused for were things like that payment of honoraria, paying money to the personal account, querying the chairpersons. For instance, Honorable, allow me to use an example or use your name. Honorable was
don't use it.
Okay, sorry.
Let's use the word number X.
Okay, X is invited to attend a meeting of the commission. And I know X works within town, and our budget says 100,000 shillings for transport refund. But here a requisition has come from the office of the chairperson requesting me to pay X 500,000 facilitation. And I said, look, what is facilitation? In the chart of accounts, please tell me whether it is fuel refund, sitting allowance, paper presentation, that I should not ask. I should only take it the way it has come. Foreign travels, we are traveling to Australia, Geneva, where the air tickets, travel itinerary to enable us to determine the days. No, you don't have the right to ask. This is office of the chairperson. Now, going back to the issue of
And by chairperson, you mean who?
Honorable Manuel.
Okay.
Now, going back to the issue of X, I know the meeting is taking place in the commission boardroom. And member X is coming from within the central business district. And I'm here being ordered to pay 500,000. I need to know why. And there are times it's like, if it's fuel refund, 500 is too much for X who stays within the central business district. I think 100 will suffice. Or even our budget is 100. That one shouldn't be asked. Foreign travels shouldn't be asked.
So you were made to forced to spend above what is planned on particular items.
No, I wouldn't say so. We would get back to it, but it's the source of the problem for me. We'll get back to the budget, but it's the source of the problem. The accounting officers become very big with the director of finance. In fact, I was sat together with the director of finance, Mr. Tuliji.
Mr.
Christopher Tuliji.
Tuliji.
Yes, director of finance.
Yes.
So I think those were the main issues, and especially when the matter is taken before the commission and a resolution of the commission is sought. And then later, I'm hesitant because I know it's not correct, is when now, as a final result, she split the roles of the office of the secretary. So resisting handing over the role of accounting officer because I know that appointment is different is by the PSST. I refused to hand over that function. So I wrote to the PS. Until actually I left office, I was still performing that role. I did not hand over. Meanwhile, the planner handled all administrative issues. For instance, he took the position of the responsible officer. He reported directly to the chairperson. He discussed the budgets with the chairperson directly, that not even a member of the finance committee would query anything on the budget after Mukasa has discussed with the chairperson,
So the planner was called who?
Mr. Mukasa.
Mukasa.
Yes.
What was his role?
He's a planner, but empowered by the commission, and in particular, Honorable Maria Mwangadia, in performing the delegated authorities of the secretary to the commission.
So whatever Mukasa could decide will not even go into the finance committee. Couldn't be questioned.
It shouldn't be questioned because he would have a discussion with Commissioner Christine Kahero, Honorable Chairperson, and Nancy Bakoli. In fact, the three ran the commission.
Who?
Commissioner Christine Kahero,
Yes.
Honorable Chairperson,
Yes.
and Nancy Bakoli.
And Nasamba Point was, you said, was a personal assistant.
A personal assistant promoted to director, complex. She's in
Promoted.
everything.
When was in which period was she promoted?
Around April 2025.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, with that background, when we look at the expenditures within the audit report, who authorized this? For example, the diversion of 70 million.
Honorable Chairperson,
Those documents, if they are on the report, she start to submit, they may be useful for her clarification. I want to also speak about the money meant for partitioning of the head office that was misspent.
Chair, as I've informed you and the members, I held on to the role of accounting officer. I did not hand it over, despite the hardships. So I want to apologize to this committee that it was an omission on my part, that I used that money for partitioning to procure furniture. And the reason why I did that, we were meant to shift to the jailer's house, jailer's towers in Naguru, and we were required not to carry there our obsolete furniture, and most of our furniture were obsolete. Now, I own this Honorable Chair, and with an apology, I took a decision as accounting officer and authorized. And my thinking was that we have just spent over 300 million partitioning rooming building, and we were to dismantle. I don't know whether it's dismantle. Should we put in more money in partitioning, which is very, very temporal, and we are required by the landlord to pull down for the few days that we were going to be in the building? I thought it would not be wise to inject more money in partitioning that building because we had already spent a lot. But there was this need here for furniture. So, Chair, I authorized that. The observation of the Auditor General that the work plan was not amended. That is true because these were last minute things towards the end of the financial year. I did write to the PSST, but in reporting, it wouldn't substantially disorganize reporting because furniture and fittings are on the same item where we had also budgeted for partition, in the same line item. But I acknowledge the need for moving from partitioning to
Do you have a record of what was procured?
Yes, Honorable Chair. I noted it here, but I spoke to the procurement officer at the Narrates Commission. She sent it on mail. Chair, if you can allow, I'll send it on mail to the clerk. Procurement procedures were followed. The minutes of contracts committee deliveries of those items were done to the UHRC
So
store.
you will deliver. Now we don't have to discuss the document that is not yet here.
Mm.
We shall you will deliver.
Yes. Can I mention maybe
Okay.
the items that we have bought?
Okay, mention plus the items.
The delivery notes were there.
Yes.
Footsteps furniture supplied us. There are 8 pieces of coat hangers, one bookshelf or 1 unit, 8 executive high back chairs, 8 table decor. This one is this big table. Then there's this other small tables, usually maybe for computers and other things. Then 8 executive tables. These items were delivered fully to the store, and I have records of the delivery plus the procurement records. I take responsibility for not seeking authority and apologize for that.
Okay. Now that Miss Margaret Luce Ejan appeared to concede on the irregular expense of 70.41 million with the explanation as we have captured in record. And she has offered also to reveal proof of what was actually procured. We shall capture it as that, and then we shall proceed and interrogate people the other item, and shall make the appropriate finding. In the circumstances, and to be effective in our interrogation of this matter, Ms. Ejan Luce alludes to a work relation and a work arrangement where their pressures are from her seniors at work, and there's a revelation of money meant for commercial activities being paid on accounts of the personal assistant of the chairperson. You said you first paid to, what was the first name? Pauline Nansamba. Then later you started paying to?
At the time of Nansamba,
Yes.
we paid foreign travels all to her
On her personal account.
personal account. As she left office, we paid monies for activities and some foreign travels to Miss Nabete.
Miss Nabete. Was there a specific write-up from the chairperson, or?
Honorable Chairperson will never write. Her PA.
What about accounting? She could account? After using the money, she could file accountability?
Before I left office, I spoke to the now acting director of finance and asked whether the accountabilities were there. He said yes, but personally now I did not have the opportunity to look at the accountabilities.
So you never looked at the accountabilities, but you were briefed by who?
I was briefed by Mr. Kaketo Dennis.
Mr. Kaketo?
Yes, the current director of finance.
Kaketo Dennis, that there is accountability.
Yes.
Okay. So I think with that revelation, unless there's anything concerning, I want to let the witness to harmonize the other retrieval of evidence with the support of our CID. And if you have anything additional to say, you can tell us now.
Chair, in the audit report, there has been a continuous query on case management.
Yes.
I want to be on record that case management is not going on well. Parliament, and specifically the Budget Committee, authorized the Commission to add money to case management. And money was given for case management, if my memory is not letting me down, after about 1 billion, but broken down for investigations and tribunals. Most of the files have since been closed. Chair, I've asked for protection.
Yes. Police, our CID accorded our witness protection even after you can liaise with your seniors.
Majority of the files have been closed.
Majority of, you mean the files for human rights complaints?
Complaints.
Which are filed at the commission?
Yes.
Yes, we see we see here that thousands or hundreds of files are mentioned as closed.
Yes, closed.
Yes.
Ms. Nansamba Polling has been empowered to review and close. There are also new guidelines issued by the chairperson, which slightly differs from the admissibility criteria used by the Commission.
So the Commission has admissibility criteria
Yes.
for human rights complaint.
Yes.
But you're saying the chairperson has issued contrary guidelines.
Contract guidelines.
What
I
are
think,
those?
I'll pass it on to the clerk, but I can pick one issue.
One issue, yes.
A person is detained, and this person complains about detention beyond 48 hours.
Yes.
And when such a case is brought to the Commission, we have so many of them. The new criteria is that the Commission can only admit cases that have, cases for somebody who has spent up to about 7 days in detention. I'll share that. If one was to investigate and talk to the regional staff at the regional offices, they are stuck with files where they themselves as technical staff know that there are human rights violations here. It's worth getting to the tribunal, but they have been ordered to close. So staff here to close them because they know there are issues, but there are those that are being closed by Nansamba. Now
So some of the cases are closed by Nansamba,
Yes.
some are closed by regional tribunals, but under the instruction.
of the chairperson.
Whereas such cases wouldn't ordinarily be closed.
Yes, that is the discussion I've had with staff. They complained to me and saying that we have been ordered to close. We also fear for ourselves. Some are very few cases that closing, we can't close. So those who are hard-hearted have left those files pending. Those who are faint-hearted have gone ahead to close, while Nansamba closed others. Now seeing that the number of cases before the tribunal is dwindling, they started backtracking and saying that they needed to review some because it's also trust allowances when people go to the field. But there's a problem. I listened to one of the clips of a member of parliament who called for a forensic audit. Maybe a forensic audit can be done into case management. It's only when we will understand what is happening in the UHRC tribunal.
So you are advising that we should recommend for a forensic audit,
Yes,
so that we can ascertain what goes on in the
Yes.
tribunal, in the Uganda Human Rights Commission, especially in relation to dismissed and discontinued cases.
Yes, and those that are pending.
And
Because
from your observation as a former accounting officer, a one Nansamba is highly responsible.
yes, for the closure of cases, but under the instruction of the chairperson.
Okay? So deserving cases are closed without investigation and following a criteria developed by the chair, not developed by the commission.
Yes.
Okay?
Chair, if I may conclude, the discussion of issues of case management around a table like this will not get the truth about it. It's only a policy point. And I want to state here that the years I've worked in the commission, I've not seen a commission like this one, where chair is dominant. And we go for the commission meetings, those meetings go on. Two members have stood to say something like Kanabasaiza, and occasionally Simeon. But the chairperson dominates the meeting, that the voices of members are not heard. Decisions are made, and for me, then now what I did, I've taken the minutes. When I take it back for review, and members say this is a true record of what transpired in the commission meeting, it is said after the meeting, they'll say we did not conclude that. So the commission is driven by Honorable Mariam Wagadio, Commissioner Crispin Kahelu, who even went ahead to start managing vehicles by forming a committee. So the commission has crumbled and is on its knees.
Now, how was this Nansamba recruited in the first place? Did she start as the PF, the chairperson, or she began from somewhere?
She began from somewhere. She was an officer in IGG. So chair, being a person who worked with IGG, came with a few staff from IGG.
Oh, you mean she came with the chairperson?
Yeah, she came
from the office of the IGG?
From the office of the IGG. Equally, the drivers. And chair,
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Margaret Luce Ejan. Now, we shall proceed and also interact with the chairperson and the commissioners on Monday as noon. We have invited them, and we will continue to interrogate the observation by the sergeant. There's, I think the evidence of the witness has been quite revealing. It gives us another line of investigation. As we make findings and appropriate recommendations thereafter, we want to thank you for coming and offering yourself to offer this additional evidence. We had invited you at a later date. You opted to request for an earlier date. For now, I would say we have received your position and your clarification. We continue the investigation and inquiry. We shall accord the other parties, the chairperson, the commissioner and clerk. I want, in our reminder for Monday meeting, police specifically require the presence of Kaketo Dennis, Mukasa Charis, Chris Kaheru, Nansamba Pauline. Without fail, they should be part of the delegation, so that we can also hear their clarification as regards the revelation we shall see how to proceed from there. Now, for now, yes, Honorable
Chair, before Madam Margaret Jan leaves, surely I want to thank her. It is very rare for every Ugandans to disclose such information. I think her revelation before this committee has revealed much about the commission. No wonder her truthfulness has actually costed her. We hope that in the next tour of duty, she continues the same. God will bless you. Thank you very much.
Maybe every witness is as good as the other. So at this point we cannot make a finding or a conclusion. We receive the evidence and we submit it now the response of the other parties. We shall appoint whoever is mentioned here a fair hearing, so that they also have a comment and a response on what has been revealed. Good enough. A large bulk of our evidence has been supported by some documents, which we shall also seek to explore as to validity and how we can best utilize the content. But thanking her on at a courtesy note, I have no problem. But purposes of the evidence is subject to the rules of procedure and the Evidence Act, the Constitution, among others, and subject to our further interrogation from the parties so mentioned. And I want to request our CID, please move with Miss Margaret, receive her detailed statement in support of her revelation, so that when she's to seek an appropriate protection, if any, she's on the record to have made a statement to police, because we want to assign that you offer her the appropriate protection, even after here. Her introduction included a questionable fire that she claimed was at her residence, that her home was the whole house. The whole house. The whole house was burnt. So in the period in issue, she has revealed that her house was burnt. We don't want now that to extend to her personal self. So she needs protection, and we believe that Uganda Police, you have that capacity. So also we'll proceed and assist her to retrieve that evidence and submit the same to our committee clerk. And we also want to implore the Inspector General of Police to support the parliamentary police, so that the investigations and the director CID, last time we appeared during our training as accountability committees, he was speaking too much. Let him also now act by supporting you. Supporting you. So the director CID supports the CID. You are assigned to our committees to support their work. One time we said to them, and I saw them struggling with the vehicle. So these CIDs attached to committees should be supported with exceptional vehicles, so that they can move on time. But you see them also struggling to process vehicles. Sometimes they take a week. So director CID and the DPs of Parliament assist these CIDs attached to committees, so that they can move effectively, because these are critical areas of investigation and quite sensitive. So if you have support investigation and support in committee, support your CIDs, because they do your work on behalf of the committee. Regularly we assign them tasks, but they are delayed by the procurement, the requisitions, which sometimes don't happen. And I think we are still waiting for their report on Tema. We even went there before they could reach. So we think our CIDs must be supported to execute their work, but assist the witness. We are not referring her to you for detention. We are only referring her to you for protection, and to also assist her to generate the evidence we need as a committee, and then also offer her protection even as she lives and wherever she is, so that if so required for any additional interaction, she's alive. And with that, I want to adjourn this particular meeting. We shall return in 20 minutes and interface with the Judicial Service Commission after 20 minutes from now. I want to. You have some prayer? Yeah. Yes. Have we had you? You're the microphone.
Honorable Chair, I only want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you and to the members of the committee. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Meeting adjourned. After 20 minutes, we shall reconvene for Judicial Service Commission.
Welcome to